Ever dreamed of parking something special in your garage without taking out a second mortgage? Today we're exposing automotive industry secrets. 5 incredible performance cars that deliver pure driving thrills for pennies on the dollar. These aren't your overpriced auction darlings. They're the forgotten legends, the overlooked performance machines that somehow escape the collector car hysteria. While everyone's fighting over Supras and Skylines, smart enthusiasts are quietly scooping up these hidden gems before the market catches on. We're counting down from 5 to 1, revealing progressively better bargains that'll have you questioning everything you thought you knew about performance car values. Let's dive into Hidden Horsepower's definitive list of automotive steals that'll make you the smartest enthusiast in your neighborhood. Number 5. Volkswagen Jetta GLI MK5, 2006 to 2009. Starting our countdown at number 5 is the 5th generation Volkswagen Jetta GLI, the sedan version of the more famous Golf GTI that often gets overlooked by enthusiasts. The GLI packs the same 2.0-liter turbocharged engine as its GTI sibling, delivering 200 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque. It also features an independent rear suspension and upgraded brakes. The result is a practical sports sedan that's just as fun to drive as the GTI, but flies under the radar with its more mature styling. What makes it a hidden gem is simple. While everyone knows and loves the GTI, the Jetta GLI offers the same driving experience in a more practical sedan package, often at a lower price point. It's like finding the GTI's slightly more grown-up twin that nobody talks about. These cars originally retailed for around $24,000, but today you can find clean examples for between $7,000 and $15,000. That's a bargain for what is essentially a sports sedan with German engineering and a highly tunable engine. Like any used car, there are issues to watch for. Early FSI engines can suffer from cam follower wear, and carbon buildup on intake valves is common. PCV valve failures and ignition coil issues are also known problems. But find one with good maintenance history, and you'll have a practical daily driver that doubles as a weekend fun machine. Number 4. BMW E36 3 Series, non-M models 1992 to 1999. Number 4 on our list is the often overlooked BMW E36 3 Series, specifically the non-M models. While everyone lusts after the M3, the regular 325i and 328i models offer 80% of the experience for less than half the price. These cars feature fantastic inline-6 engines, smooth, responsive, and with a soundtrack that reminds you why BMW earned its reputation. The 325i gives you 189 horsepower, while the 328i bumps that up to 190 horsepower and more torque. Paired with BMW's legendary handling and rear-wheel drive, they deliver a driving experience that few modern cars can match. What makes these a hidden gem is that everyone's attention and money goes to the M3, leaving these non-M models as serious bargains. They were also built in much larger numbers, meaning parts availability is excellent compared to the rarer M variants. Today you can find clean examples of the 325i and 328i for between $5,000 and $15,000, depending on condition, mileage, and body style. That's pennies on the dollar for what these cars offer, especially since they originally retailed for $25,000 to $40,000. Be aware of a few common issues. The cooling system is a known weak point, with plastic components that deteriorate over time. The rear subframe can develop cracks in coupes and convertibles, and oil leaks are pretty much a given on higher mileage examples. But address these proactively, and you'll have a car that delivers true BMW driving dynamics without the premium price tag. Car number 3, Mazda MX-5, Miata NA Assure NB, 1990 to 2005. Breaking into our top 3 is the Mazda MX-5 Miata, specifically the first-gen NA, 1990 to 1997, with its pop-up headlights and the second-gen NB, 1998 to 2005. I know what you're thinking. The Miata, a hidden gem? Everyone knows about Miatas, and you'd be half right. While enthusiasts certainly know the Miata, the general public still doesn't fully appreciate what makes these early generations so special. Both generations offer one of the purest driving experiences ever created. They're not about straight-line speed, The 1.6-liter or 1.8-liter engines only make between 115 and 146 horsepower depending on the year. But that's missing the point entirely. These cars are about balance, handling, and that magical connection between driver and machine. They're simple, lightweight, reliable, and endlessly moddable. And unlike many sports cars that get tucked away in garages, these were built to be driven hard every day. What makes early Miatas a hidden gem is their continued affordability despite their legendary status. Because Mazda made so many, over 700,000 combined, supply remains high enough to keep prices reasonable. You can find good NA Miatas for around $5,000 to $10,000, and MBs for $7,000 to $13,000 depending on condition and mileage. For the money, nothing else comes close to delivering the sheer joy of driving that an early Miata provides. It's the answer to every "what car should I buy" question for a reason. Number 2. Nissan 300 ZXi 32, 1990 to 1996. Our runner-up is the Nissan 300 ZXi 32, particularly the twin-turbo version. This is a car that was way ahead of its time when it launched in 1990, packed with technology that would impress even today. The twin-turbo variant comes with a 3.0-liter V6 producing 300 horsepower and 283 pound-feet of torque, numbers that still hold up 3 decades later. It's not just about straight-line speed, though. This Z has a sophisticated 4-wheel multi-link suspension, and some models even came with 4-wheel steering. What makes it a hidden gem? While earlier Z cars like the 240Z and later ones like the 350Z get all the attention, the Z32 generation often gets overlooked. It's caught in that awkward, not quite classic, not quite modern zone. But make no mistake, this is perhaps the most technologically advanced Z car ever made relative to its era. These cars originally sold for around $30,000 to $40,000 depending on trim, but today twin-turbo models can be found between $15,000 and $30,000, with non-turbo versions often available for under $10,000. That's a steal for what you're getting: 300 horsepower, timeless styling, and genuine GT car credentials. Number 1. Pontiac Solstice GXP 2007 to 2009. Taking the crown as our number 1 hidden gem is the often forgotten Pontiac Solstice GXP. While the regular Solstice was a decent little roadster, the GXP version is where things get interesting. Under the hood, you'll find a 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4 pumping out 260 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. That might not sound earth-shattering until you realize this thing weighs practically nothing. The power goes to the rear wheels through a 5-speed manual, and the result is a car that's an absolute riot to drive. If you're really lucky, you might even find one with the dealer-installed performance upgrade that bumps power to 290 horsepower and a whopping 340 pound-feet of torque. In a car this size, that's borderline irresponsible in the best possible way. What makes the Solstice GXP a hidden gem is that most people either forgot it existed or never knew about it in the first place. Pontiac's demise in 2010 pushed many of their models into obscurity, and the GXP version specifically was produced in relatively small numbers. The coupe variant is especially rare. They only made 781 GXP coupes total. Now for the really good part, the price. These cars originally sold for around $28,000 new, but today you can find decent examples between $10,000 and $20,000. That's serious bang for your buck.